Yo, welcome back to the checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only. And we need to have this discussion because a lot of hype for certain teams and certain players, or criticism for certain teams and certain players, is getting out of hand. Now, for the people or for the teams and players that are getting hype right now, they do deserve recognition. I'm not saying they don't, but let's pump the brakes. I mean, this pretty much happens every season with a certain group of teams and players, and it changes every year, obviously. And this year, it happens to be the Chicago Bulls. And another big thing is James Harden playing bad. And those are the main 2 points I want to talk about, or use them as examples for what the main topic is, because they're recent. So talking about it, basically, the Bulls are a good team and are a potential playoff team. And I'm happy the Bulls are good because the NBA is better when they're good. They are one of those top dog type of teams. They're in a big market. So it's always good when the Bulls, Knicks, Celtics, Lakers, those teams are good. But you cannot tell me this team is like a championship contender. They've played 4 lottery teams and they've beaten them. They took care of business. They did what they had to do. You expect that from a playoff team. But you cannot overhype them. Are they a good team? Yes. When you look at their schedule coming up in the next 13 games, they have a super tough schedule, all playoff teams. One of them is not a playoff team, and that team is the Golden State Warriors, who have Steph Curry. So you cannot tell me it's not a tough schedule. But then also, like I said, I'm not discrediting the Chicago Bulls at all. But I put out a tweet saying if the Bulls can survive November, they are a for sure playoff team, because that's tough. That's a tough schedule they have coming up. And, the team's really good. I'm not hating at all. I'm not hating. I don't want nobody to think I'm hating, because I really think the Bulls are good. And I said once they signed Lonzo and DeRozan that those were good moves for that team. But let's pump the brakes. Let's chill a little bit. Maybe they end up being a 5 seed, a 4 seed, a 6 seed. Who knows? Maybe even a 3. Who knows? But let's relax with it. Let's relax with the hype. Then let's look at the negative side of it. You got James Harden and his slow start in Brooklyn. And people are literally on Twitter and all these social media platforms talking about he can't score without free throws. Or I even saw someone say that he's overrated. How can you even say that with a straight face? You know that's a lie. Everyone knows that's a lie. James Harden is an all-time great, and people start slow every year. I mean, look at Dame. He's shooting 8% from 3. That's not going to continue. We all know that. And a majority of what happens at this point of the season does not mean anything. If the Bulls are this good and Harden is still playing this bad and we're in December or January or February around there, then okay, it's pretty much set in stone. That's how it's probably going to be for the rest of the year. But all in all, let's chill with the early season hype every year, because it's way too early for all this talk. You know what I mean? I made a video about the Sacramento Kings last video, and I wasn't here hyping them, talking about they're going to be a for sure playoff team because they're looking competitive. I gave them their props. I said, they have a chance to make it, but there's still a good chance they're not going to make it because the West is so stacked. And I think that rule applies for these teams, like the Chicago Bulls. I think the Bulls are a playoff team, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that this team is a top 3 team for sure and they're an automatic finals contending team. I'm not going to go for that. Mainstream media has been trying to pump all the hype into these teams and players, and the negative portion for these teams and players as well, or the negative side of things, and I'm not gonna go for it yet. Let's just relax with it, and let's just when it's January, February, or when it's All-Star break, let's go with that. If it's the All-Star break and things are still like this, then we can sit there and talk and be like, all right, this team or this player is looking good or they're looking bad, and you get the point. But we got a long season ahead of us, and all I ask for is that us NBA fans, let's just be realistic. We can get excited, but let's just be realistic and keep it calm. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Link will be down in the description. This has been a checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.